Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and controversial topics in modern military aviation, the F-47 fighter jet, often rumored as America's hidden sixth-generation superweapon, a project surrounded by secrecy, leaks, speculation, and intense debate among defense analysts around the world. For decades, the United States has dominated the skies with aircraft like the F-15, F-16, F-22 Raptor, and the F-35 Lightning Roman II, but military history tells us one clear truth: air superiority never stays permanent, and every generation of fighters is eventually challenged by new threats and new technologies. The idea of the F-47 comes from whispers around the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, commonly known as NGAD, which is officially acknowledged by the U.S. Air Force but rarely explained in detail, fueling speculation that the F-47 is not just a single aircraft, but a whole system of systems designed for future wars. Unlike previous fighter jets that focused mainly on speed, maneuverability, or stealth alone, sixth-generation fighters are believed to combine artificial intelligence, advanced stealth, hypersonic capabilities, and unmanned teaming into a single combat ecosystem. The F-47 is rumored to be the centerpiece of this ecosystem, acting as a command node in the sky rather than just a traditional dogfighting jet, capable of controlling multiple autonomous drones while remaining almost invisible to enemy sensors. One of the most talked about features of the F-47 is its extreme stealth, far beyond what we've seen with the F-22 or F-35. With new materials, adaptive surfaces, and radar, absorbent technologies that may actively change shape or electromagnetic signature during flight. Some analysts believe the F-47 could use plasma stealth concepts or next-generation electronic warfare systems that don't just evade radar, but actively confuse, blind, or even hijack enemy detection networks. Another major breakthrough associated with the F-47 is artificial intelligence, where the aircraft doesn't just assist the pilot, but acts as a thinking partner, processing battlefield data in real time and suggesting or even executing tactical decisions faster than any human could. This AI integration could allow the F-47 to predict enemy movements, identify threats instantly, and coordinate attacks across air, sea, space, and cyber domains without relying on vulnerable satellite links. The cockpit itself is rumored to be radically different, possibly even pilot-optional, where the aircraft can fly with or without a human on board depending on mission risk, range, and political considerations. Speed is another area where speculation runs wild, with claims that the F-47 could achieve sustained hypersonic or near-hypersonic flight using advanced adaptive cycle engines that dynamically change airflow for efficiency, power, and cooling. These engines would not only provide extreme speed, but also massive electrical power, necessary to run high-energy sensors, directed energy weapons, and advanced electronic warfare systems. Yes, directed energy weapons are another rumored feature, including onboard lasers capable of shooting down incoming missiles, drones, or even disabling enemy aircraft electronics at the speed of light. If true, this would fundamentally change aerial combat, shifting from missile-centric engagements to energy-based defense and offense, where reaction time becomes almost instantaneous. Weapons integration on the F-47 is expected to go far beyond current standards, with internal bays designed for next-generation hypersonic missiles, long-range air-to-air weapons, and possibly classified munitions we don't even know exist yet. What makes the F-47 truly terrifying for adversaries is not just its own firepower, but its ability to coordinate loyal Wingman drones, autonomous aircraft that scout ahead, jam enemy radar, launch missiles, or sacrifice themselves to protect the main jet. These drones would extend the F-47's reach hundreds of kilometers beyond visual range, allowing it to strike targets without ever entering contested airspace. Communication between the F-47 and its drones is believed to rely on secure, low-probability, of intercept data links, making it extremely difficult for enemies to jam or detect. Another major aspect of the F-47 concept is survivability in heavily contested environments, especially against advanced air defense systems developed by rivals like China and Russia. Unlike earlier fighters that relied on stealth alone, the F-47 is expected to combine stealth, speed, electronic warfare, cyber attacks, and decoys to survive in airspaces filled with layered defenses and anti-access strategies. Some defense insiders claim that prototypes of NGAD aircraft have already flown secretly, logging hundreds of flight hours without public acknowledgement, suggesting the F-47 or something like it may already exist in limited form. This secrecy is deliberate, as revealing too much would give adversaries time to develop countermeasures, undermining the aircraft's strategic advantage before it even enters service. Critics argue that the F-47, if real, would be astronomically expensive, potentially costing hundreds of millions of dollars per aircraft, raising concerns about affordability, maintenance, and fleet size. Supporters counter that quality matters more than quantity in future wars, especially when a single F-47 could perform missions that previously required multiple aircraft types. There is also debate about whether manned fighters still make sense in an age of drones and autonomous warfare, but proponents say human judgment remains essential in complex, high-stakes combat scenarios. The F-47 is often compared to foreign sixth-generation programs like China's rumored Jeroman 20 project and Europe's FGAS and Tempest initiatives, but many analysts believe the U.S. aims to stay at least one full generation ahead. If the F-47 lives up to the hype, it wouldn't just dominate air-to-air combat. It would reshape global military balance, forcing adversaries to rethink air defense strategy and even diplomacy. The psychological impact alone could be massive, as uncertainty about American capabilities has always been a powerful deterrent. Historically, programs like the F-117 stealth fighter remained secret for years before being revealed, and when they were, they shocked the world, suggesting the F-47 could represent a similar leap forward. However, it's important to separate confirmed facts from speculation, as the name F-47 itself has not been officially acknowledged by the U.S. military. What is confirmed is that NGAD exists, prototypes have flown, and the U.S. Air Force considers air dominance a top priority for future conflicts. This strongly suggests that a revolutionary aircraft, whether called F-47 or something else, is being developed behind closed doors. If deployed, the F-47 would likely operate alongside space-based assets, cyber warfare units, and naval forces, forming a fully integrated combat network. This network-centric warfare approach means battles may be decided by data, algorithms, and decision speed rather than traditional dogfights. The F-47's sensors are expected to be so advanced that it could detect enemy aircraft long before being detected itself, turning the sky into a one-sided battlefield. Some experts even suggest the F-47 could replace multiple platforms, including fighters, electronic warfare aircraft, and command and control planes. Yet with all this power comes risk, as reliance on complex software and AI introduces vulnerabilities to hacking, glitches, or unexpected behavior. That's why massive testing, simulation, and redundancy would be essential before such an aircraft could be trusted in real combat. Public disclosure of the F-47, if it ever happens, will likely be carefully controlled, revealing just enough to deter enemies without exposing critical secrets. Until then, the F-47 remains a symbol of how modern warfare is evolving faster, smarter, and more secretive than ever before. Whether the F-47 is already flying or still years away, one thing is clear: the race for sixth-generation air dominance has already begun. And when the truth finally emerges, it may redefine what we think a fighter jet really is. If you found this breakdown insightful and want more deep dives into secret military tech and future warfare, Make sure to stay connected with the channel because the next revelation might already be flying above us unseen.